God! I ain't looking for mud. Jesus Christ! I always wanted to do that.
Blast somebody's head against the ground?
Yeah.
Hey, ¿qué onda?
Uh-oh.
¿Qué hubo, manito? Qué gusto me da verte. No me imaginaba que
I thought that was Hank for a second. I was so goddamn confused. It's like, Hank? Hank's involved with a cartel?
Look at that beard behind him.
¿Qué te trae este
It's true, that's a good beard.
culo de...
He's fucked, dude.
He's fucked.
Qué facilidad
Fucked. We know how
tienes
this
con
ends.
las palabras.
Why would the boss be here?
Salen de tu boca rapidito. Fluyen como una cascada.
I can't believe we're getting a flashback of
Eso
this.
de ti.
It's a million bath rugs that look like dollar bills. Like you
Yeah,
wanted.
dollar bills. Just $1, not $100.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Uh-oh.
Qué chulada.
Shit. Oh, hold on, DEA. Oh, shit.
So it's the twins who killed him?
Yeah, wait. I think have blood in his eyes.
Carefully.
Oh, you don't want blood in your eye, do you?
Bad attitude.
I said, what if you get blood in your eyes? I said, carefully?
Yes.
How does that work?
I don't know, dude. Would you want to know if you were almost assassinated and somebody stopped it?
I would just want to know if it's going to happen again.
Yeah, but like you don't have knowledge of it right now, and it just happened. Would you want to know, or would you prefer to be quiet?
What the hell are you doing in there?
I'm back.
No,
Oh.
you're not back. Walt, you're not back. Get out of there.
Well, it's my house too, Skyler.
No.
I'm staying.
Well-
End of story.
We had an agreement.
I didn't agree to anything.
You don't live here anymore. We're getting a divorce.
I don't agree to a divorce.
Well, it's not up to you.
That doesn't make sense.
I mean, if one person wants out of a marriage, they can get out
I'm
of a
gonna call
marriage.
the police.
Yeah.
Right hand to God, I will tell them.
Do what you have to do, Skyler.
He's really...
This family is everything to me. Without it, I have nothing to lose.
Fine.
How are you?
Are you back for good?
Why are you home so soon?
I'm not.
Lucas gave him a ride.
I'm not.
Hey, I am
I'm not.
Yeah, sure.
You want one too?
Walter, your dad and I have something we need to discuss.
This is really
Go to the
bullshit of
same
him.
place.
This is really bullshit of him to do.
Oh, yeah.
I get the dad wanting to see his son. I get that, but he's really pushing this all on Skyler.
So,
Yeah.
are you going to be at work tomorrow? You called the cops on Dad?
That is so bullshit of him to throw on Walter.
I came home from work.
Yeah.
For her to throw on, for Walter to throw on her.
Moved back
Fuck.
into the
Oh, yeah.
house, and it's jointly owned.
This is also its bullshit,
Man
dude.
breaking into his own house, not without a court order requiring state.
Yeah, like the law always
Unless
has
he's
a,
threatened you or the kids in any way.
there's always a loophole.
Not
Not there always being a loophole, but the fact that,
it's just
like, if a woman's in a relationship, it signs away 90% of her rights for getting out of that.
Yeah.
I got it, honey.
Yep, she has the ammo, but
Possible
she,
maybe
you
he's
pull the trigger.
broken any laws that you know of. Anything at all. Anything that we can work with here, just tell me.
Fucking Heisenberg.
Even if you just got a suspicion.
He's murdered people, melted people,
House for you.
Yeah.
obstructed.
He's turned
Fucking-
people into juice.
It's my mom's fault.
Fuck Walt for doing this, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, such a
Legal
dick move.
basis for us to remove your husband from the house.
Why you gotta do this to Dad?
Junior, wait, come on. Don't blame your mother for this.
Yeah, too fucking late, Walt.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna fucking listen to that. Who is it? Walt? It's gotta be Walt.
Probably nobody you want to be mess around with. Who knows he's there?
He lives!
Oh!
The housewarming kid.
Hey!
Don't look so glad to see me.
Cactus.
Interesting decor. It's
Cactus.
subtle. I'm not suggesting that you
What's
yourself
the boat?
get back to cooking. I mean, you being in rehab and all. I only want you to convince the master chef to do his thing. So, what do you say?
Sure, man, whatever.
Okay, whatever what? I mean, you gonna call him?
I said I'll handle it. Now balance, will you? Please?
Final thought.
He's gonna get charged for that cactus.
Look at this place. You're house poor. You got no bankroll. If you get the maestro cooking again, I'll make it worth your while.
Do not call list. However, if you're cool, leave it at the beep.
Answer voicemail.
That's a...
Damn.
Yeah.
That breaks the heart. I thought that might be what he was doing when he had his phone out earlier. I thought there was a gunshot for a second. I was like, Jesus.
We shot an old lady in a wheelchair with a weird hat. Is that a hat or hair?
That's hair.
Hair. Uh-oh. Nope. Back up. Go in reverse.
Right, well, we'll
Go in
find out
reverse.
who
Go in
shot an
reverse.
old lady.
Go in reverse. Get out of there.
The new Velma show's wild.
Yeah, it is.
Walter. What kind of mess have you gotten into?
Yeah, which he has no clue about.
Bienvenidos. Lo necesito.
That means no.
Con su permiso, señores.
He's pissed. They don't speak Spanish. Like, what did he say?
That's gay language.
For you, do not call list. However, if you're cool, leave it at the beep.
That's gotta be tough.
Hey, if you're trying to tell me something, I've got...
Just having that as a reminder.
Yeah. It's almost better to throw that shit in the trash, but it's
Walter, where
hard
the
to let that
fuck
go.
are you?
Oh, that's good. Baby's in the room. No big deal.
And she's smoking out the window.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just go
It
in
all
Walter's.
goes out.
Go in the room where Walter's sleeping and smoking there.
Yeah.
I can blow it in his face.
I called the police on him. I was so close.
So close to what?
Nothing. Never mind.
She's gonna say immediately. She's gonna say, "Oh, I recommend we tell the police."
Thanks, meth.
She said it.
Methamphetamine.
She said it.
Your husband's a drug dealer.
A manufacturer. Technically, they
They make the
they
drugs.
call them cooks. I don't want my son to find out that his father is a criminal. I can't do that to him.
In the end, it may not be up to you.
Great.
Drug
Now you gotta
dealers
kill
have a
her
way of
too.
getting caught.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I ain't looking for much! Where the fuck is he?
In the RV.
RV got bougie as fuck, boy.
At the table. I think he's learned to clean. No more.
I'm not even
Funyuns.
talking about clean. Like, look at it, dude. They
Oh,
fucking.
they bought a bunch of nice new equipment or something.
That looks cool as shit.
We're hanging back, saw a deal go down. I went outside to call it in. You stayed to keep an eye on the suspects. That's when they attacked you.
Covering him.
I understand the whole covering, like
What
the
I
whole
didn't
police
tell
code
them
thing.
is that you left your gun under the seat before you went back inside.
But like at the same time, I don't know. There has to be a line somewhere.
Is for this roof over your head. The mortgage that you are not going to be able to afford on a part-time bookkeeper's salary when I'm gone.
Walt,
Please. Please. All that I've done, all the sacrifices that I have made for this family, all of it will be for nothing if you don't accept what I've earned.
What would you do if your grandma fucking made meth, dude?
Is she dying soon?
Originally, they thought so, but now she's in remission.
Does she have $1 million in her hands?
Like $434,000 in her
And
hands.
she's gonna give it to me, saying I did this for us?
Yep.
That's fine. Victimless crime.
Okay, Skyler.
Are your kids home?
Oh my God.
Nope. If they are, I'll text them right now. Get the fuck out of the house.
Get the fuck out of the house. Go to the park.
Go. Yeah. Here. Take $10. Go to, I don't know, get a fucking chocolate
Denny's.
or something.
Go to Denny's. That's fucked. If she would have went for him for help, been like, look, this is my situation. This is what's going on. I have to get out of the house with the kids.
So, how was your day?
I'd have been fine with it.
Beneke?
That's not the first time that's happened. I know, like, they got drunk at a Halloween party type shit.
It might have been shock, but it also... Yeah.
There was more to it than that. That was like, the shock on his face was like, you're doing this in the fucking break room shock.
In the copier room.
Yeah. Not, oh my God, you're throwing away your marriage shock.
No. Yeah, it seems like something fishy. I never trusted Skyler.
Something smells like, you're sexist.
Maybe. No, I'm not like the vice principal chick.
I fucked Ted.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Boys, dinner.
I mean, with a blue ribbon on, it looks pretty good.
You would fuck Ted?
Which one's Ted?
Hey, Teddy! Her boss.
Beneke?
Teddy Beneke. Whoever named their child.
He always has a button off when there's not even stressed out or hot.
Button off?
He always has one button down. He's not
I know,
even
but
hot
you
or
said
stressed
button
out.
off like it was an
It's
object.
a saying.
It's
a saying.
No. Button off?
It's a common phrase.
You said it was like it was a pull up or a pullover, a pull on.
I don't think any of those words are correct.
You said
together.
You said button off. What do you mean?
Yeah, button off. That's a common phrase.
Skyler and Walt both suck is what I named this episode originally.
Oh, well. She probably did more sucking than he did.
I don't know. It didn't look like a ton of sucking. It looked like they be fucking in San Quentin.
Oh, like down and dirty? Like, just put it in, take it out real quick.
Wiggle it around. All right, we're done. You admitted to being sexist. You admitted to being sexist in this episode.
No, I didn't. Then I retracted.
That's not what trendsetters do.
No, I'm a tastemaker, first of all.
My haircut in this episode is atrocious. I think we can agree on that.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, this episode was an episode. I wasn't a huge fan of it. The tensions were really high, but I was so pissed off at Walt already going into this that all of the shit he was pulling on Skyler, I was just like, I really, like, they're making me dig my heels in and hate this guy. And the only shred of sympathy I had was when he did his big speech towards Skyler, and he was like, look, I did all the things that I did. It's worth nothing if you don't accept this money. Like, still, at this point, he still wants Skyler to have the money for her and for their family. And not to just take the money and run.
I still think there's a part of him that believes that. I think that he did it, that he wants to believe his motives were completely for the family, which I believe is what started it. And I think the Heisenberg took over a little bit, but I still believe that there's a lot of that part of him there, that he wants to take care of his family, and that's truthful.
I think that's the reason he's doing it, period. I just think the Heisenberg side of him is a perfectionist and takes pride in the fact that he makes that perfect product, and he wants to perfect every aspect of what he's doing, and not just the production of it, but also the distribution, the sales, all of that stuff. He wanted to perfect it across the board.
Well, yeah, but we've seen some of the ego come out, though, like the part where at the grocery store in the past where he said, "Get out of my territory." He already had the money he needed. He didn't need to say that.
See, but I think that comes back to the perfectionist part, where if there's people encroaching, he didn't have the money he needed yet.
Yeah, the 1.2, I believe, at that point.
They had it. They didn't have it sold.
No, I know, but they already made enough for it. He didn't have to make any more. He could sit back and wait for the money to come in.
Exactly, but if they're making in their area, they're going to be distributing in their area.
Oh, that's not his business. He's not the streets guy.
I know, but that's what he's saying is, if there's other product on the street, that makes the price of his drop.
I don't think that's why he did that.
I think that's why I think he did that from a sinister route. I don't think he was sitting there like, oh, I should probably scare these guys away like Walter. I think it
was, no, I'm the only one that's good enough to be around here, so get away from my area.
Exactly. I think that was the perfectionist side of
the ego.
him. Yeah. I think we're like saying the same thing. We're just thinking about it two different ways.
You don't want to agree with me.
Well, I don't see it. I see it still as this is Walter trying to provide for his family. I think the moment where everything changed was when he realized he was in remission. And since then, I might be 100% wrong here, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't done anything in regards to the distribution or...
No, he hasn't zero meth stuff since the remission.
So that was like this was his full send moment where he's like, I'm dying. I need to take care of my family. I got to do this. So he did it. But as soon as he realized he was in remission and he's going to be around for his family, now it's that fighting that inner demon in himself where he's like, I now have to live with the things that I've done and live with the person I've become. And can I do that? And I think when he goes back here in a couple episodes, I think that's when it's...
Well, he probably pulled back too because Jesse wasn't. He's completely out of it still.
Yeah,
and we see it in this episode where he's like he puts the outfit on and he's back in the lab. But before there was no chance Jesse was coming out to cook. So,
well, and what pisses me off about that more than anything is the fact that Walt got the news he was in remission before he killed Jane.
Yep.
So he already knew. He's like, oh, I think I want to wash my hands of this. Like, we have the money. We have everything we need. This is all done.
Yeah, but he still did it.
And he still does it. And that's what really pissed me off with Walt's character. Because Jesse was it ultimately going to work out between Jane and Jesse? No. They were going to blow through all the money.
Yeah, they definitely would have remissioned. No, not remission, whatever they call it.
I know what you're talking. Relapsed. Yeah, and none of that was going to work out. Where they're like,
but that's the thing, though. That wasn't his choice to make, though.
Exactly. It wasn't at all. And Jesse was going to go off and do his own thing and be completely out of his hair, pun intended. And instead, he murdered the girl. And then and then pinned it on Jesse.
Or let Jesse
believe that he did it. And now Jesse's super fucked up, and he hasn't reached out once to Jesse since the whole, his life is in shambles. I get it.
He went and saw him in rehab, but that's it.
That was it.
We don't know. He might have seen him more. We obviously don't know because there's no proof of it. But
I think the fact that Jesse is alone in, I don't know. I think Jesse feels so alone right now, and Walt does not give two shits about him.
No. It's all about Walt's world.
And that's what pisses me off the most about Walt's character is he has no respect for Jesse. And it really makes me curious because you said in the past before, Aaron Paul was supposed to be killed off like early
Season 1.
Yeah. And so what the hell was the original plan for this show without his character arc here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because this is what kept me like dug in and intrigued and like
and he won like an Emmy. He won like the best supporting actor Emmy like every year.
He's so good, man.
If he didn't win, he was nominated.
Hank in this episode,
got off the rails a little bit.
Gone off the rails. I had to cut that whole bar fight was atrocious watching it back here because of the cover I had to do. But that was, I got copyrighted. Like I remember it was like 9 different times I had to re-edit that scene and re-upload it. But it was just so like he's wanting to almost atone for something.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't have any kind of context to compare, like where you went through something so traumatic, and then you want to use aggression and violence to reach out. Like it's like he needs a steam relief, like a stress relief or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really understand it myself, but obviously you can see it. Like he, ever since the Tuco thing where he threw the teeth, and then he's gone slowly downhill with all this PTSD stuff.
And then the big bombing that happened where he lost a majority.
Tortuga getting bombed right in front of him. So it's just like been one thing after another for Hank.
I do like the fact we got some of the twins built in to earlier lore when they showed that backstory of it was the twins who took out Tortuga.
They're obviously the enforcers of this whole gang, mafia, whatever they call them.
Yeah, so I do really
Cartel.
like that because that gives them a lot more gravity than anything else we've seen from them so far.
Not just walking away from fires because they're immortal.
Exactly. Yeah, the shots like that are ridiculous, but moments like this are where you're like, oh wow, these guys have already had an effect in the show. We just didn't know about it. They kept it secret from us.
They've had their fingers in the pie for a long time.
Exactly, and that was really cool to see. So I'm hoping I like their characters more moving forward. That this trend continues, that they can kind of build them in more and build them up so they're not just these two nameless badasses. Like, I want a better personality for them, but it's also hard because they're twins.
Yeah.
So,
and they don't say anything. It's all acting to the face.
And the fact
face
that
acting, bro.
Yeah, and the fact that there's two of them is just it makes it so they almost have to have a blasé character because they're pretty indistinguishable from each other. So they don't want, unless you put like one in red and one in green or something like that. There's not
Christmas
really
bro.
Christmas bro.